Welcome to Teach a Man to Fish channel. Today's video is going to be about cleaning a deer right on the tailgate. I don't always necessarily have access to a gambrel and a lift, so you can do a quick, easy clean right on the tailgate, and it gets you up out of the dirt and the muck. All right, elephant in the room. This is not a trophy buck. That's not why I hunt. Teach a Man to Fish channel is about feeding the family. This buck is going to fill the freezer. We're going to go ahead and cover how to preserve your meat and get it to last longer. There's three things you got to worry about: contamination, moisture, and temperature. And know this, the better you treat your meat, the longer it's going to last for you. It's going to cut out that bad flavor as well, that people complain about, that gamey flavor. Sometimes that's from poorly treated meat. First incision that you make, right there in between the shoulder blades. And I like to use a gut hook to go all the way down the back of the deer. See, it's laid open, that deer, from this point. At this point, you pull back the meat down each side of the deer. Oh, you gotta check this out. Found in the shoulder of that deer. This was a 170-yard shot, and that's a 12-gauge slug. Nice and petaled open right there. Dropped right where he stood. So now you can see this deer, the cape, the skin is now folded back from the deer. The underside is still covered in the layer of skin. So this is a sterile surface up to this point. So I can start to break the deer down from here. First incision, we're going to do the upper back strap. Again, use the gut hook and go right down that back. Gets rid of that blue membrane that'll give you good clean access to that back strap, and you can pull this back and expose it. Pull out that meat. Backstrap ready to go in the freezer. Just going to separate the hawk with a set of pruners. That's a good sound. So now you're free to cut that ham away. Bone this out. There it comes away. Bone down ham. Now we'll go over to the front shoulder. Peel that skin back. Here we go again. Crack that bone. This shoulder is a little bit beat up, so I'll probably be trimming some of this off, since that's where I nailed them at. And I'm going to save the ribs from this deer, so I'm going to leave a lot of that meat there still on that rib. Shoulder into the freezer. Now we'll bone out the neck. And again, there's some of the shot around this neck. Neck roast, ready for the freezer. Now we'll go in for the inner loins. Do that. Cut around the rib so you expose the inner cavity. You can pull out that inner loin. Inner loin, ready for the freezer. So now we're going to save these ribs. A lot of people don't save the ribs. You cook them right, which will be in another video that I'm going to make. Cook them right and they come out awesome. Right up next to the backbone. Cut each one of these ribs. Nice set of ribs, ready for the freezer. So there we are. That whole half of the deer is now processed. And again, this never touched the tailgate. So of the three, hopefully we reduced the amount of contamination. It's tough to eliminate when you're not in a sterile environment, but now all we do is flip the deer over and repeat the process. So here we are, half the deer is processed at this point. And you'll see the other side still has all the fur on it, so it has not touched the tailgate, and you can't eliminate all your contamination, but you're doing the best you can in the butchering process. So at this point, all we do is flip the deer over and repeat the whole process. So there it is. Deer cleaned out, boned out. If I wanted to get more, I would get the scalpel out and keep trimming away at this, but at this point, this is a tailgate clean deer. Appreciate you watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, click like, subscribe, and share. Teach a Man to Fish channel. So the objective in this skinning and cleaning is to keep the meat from being contaminated. Now I'm wearing gloves, that helps in that process, but the better you treat your meat,